In any field, if you're new or just trying to improve, the question that would come up is, what are the critical factors that cause certain people in HR to be successful? And the number one thing that causes HR people to be successful has nothing to do with HR. It's business acumen or business knowledge. So when people ask me what should I do, is I read business magazines, talk to people that run business functions like supply chain or manufacturing or productivity, and learn from them. Something that most people in HR don't do, but outside of HR they do, is what's called parallel benchmarking. So if we want to find out how to hire, we call other companies and say, how do you hire? Southwest Airlines is the leader in its field, and it wanted to improve the turnaround of its airplane. So a plane lands, you don't make any money sitting on the ground. The faster it takes off, the more money you make. So they called every other airline. They're the best. They had the shortest turnaround time. So you could give up. Most people would give up. They did something different. They said, you know, maybe there are other complicated machines that come in quickly, have to get fixed, and leave that we can learn from. So someone says, well, yeah, Formula One. So Formula One cars come in and go out in 30 seconds, not 30 minutes. So they studied Formula One and other forms of racing, and they dramatically improved their turnaround time. So parallel benchmarking, don't look within HR. You might find a 1 or 2% change. If you want a 25% improvement, go outside, look in other industries or in other functions. Metrics are certainly the key to success. You can't survive in business without understanding how to measure things. You can't improve things without measurement. So you have to know metrics. That means, you know, how do you measure quality? How do you measure output? How do you measure the effectiveness of people? Next, root cause analysis. You should understand, you have to find out why things work. So let's say you have a great hiring process, you hire LeBron, but great. How do you repeat it? You have to know the root cause, or what caused it. Why does it work? So why does hugging people get them to work harder? And could you overhug them? Could you underhug them? And so root cause analysis is a critical component to have. Courage. I used to be the chief talent officer for Agilent, and I did some pretty bold things. And people said, well, John, what was your secret to success? And I said, courage, because I didn't care whether they fired me. I was willing to do outrageous things. So what do I see missing in most HR people? It's courage. You have to be competitive, so most HR people are really cooperative. That's why they love teams and engagement. But it's a competitive world, so our HR has to be better than the competitors. We have to steal the competitors' talent. We have to do whatever we have to do to win this. So being competitive, looking at everything as a competition, and no matter what you do in HR, you can't rest on your laurels. You got to go, no, I'm going to get better. Damn it, that's not good enough. And you need to be comparing yourself not to, you know, the direct product competitor, but talent competitor. So if you're hiring engineers, even though you're a grocery store, you're hiring computer people, you're a competitor with Google, and you need to expand your role. Think, this is a competition against Google, I better hire better than they do. So the best practice here is probably Intel. They use what they call database decision making. They have what they call constructive confrontation, which is, instead of letting problems lag, you have to have the courage to bring them up and to confront them. So what is the keys of being successful? Have courage, be bold, produce results, learn from other areas, learn rapidly, and you can do well. HR skills are certainly important, but those financial skills, those skills of solving business problems are equally, if not more important.